This could be the most important steering wheel release for Xbox in the last 5 years. For too long, your choice has been stuck between a basic Logitech beginner wheel or a more expensive Fanatec setup. There wasn't an awful lot in between, but Thrustmaster is here to crash that party with this, the brand new T598X. It promises next generation direct drive and power at a price that could challenge Fanatec's long-time grip on the Xbox market. The question is it actually any good? And more importantly, is it the right upgrade for you? Well, I've been testing the Thrustmaster T598 for nearly a year now in different games and rigs, and today I will break down the new tech inside the T598X, cover the pros and cons, and put it head to head with its biggest rivals to see if Thrustmaster has really built a Logitech, Moser, and Fanatec killer for Xbox. The most important part of this wheel is the new technology Thrustmaster is using. They call it direct axial drive. What this means for you is that the motor inside is a special design that makes the wheel feel incredibly smooth when you turn it. There's none of that slightly bumpy or jerky feeling you can get from other wheels. There's no notchiness like you get from the Logitech. It does feel fluid and consistent. Now let's talk about power, because on paper it has the same constant strength as its main rival, the Fanatec CSL DD. It's actually a GTDD, but they're basically the same. But the T598X has a trick. When you have a sharp impact in the game, like hitting a curb or bumping another car, the motor can give a short, powerful kick. This kick can be up to double the wheel's normal strength. And the best part is you get this extra strength right out of the box. You don't need to buy a boost kit or another upgrade kit to unlock it. On top of the raw strength, Thrustmaster has added some unique features to improve the feeling of immersion, put unique in question marks. One is called Harmony, which adds a high frequency vibration through the wheel. This lets you feel the texture of the road or the scrub of the tyres. I don't think it's quite as good as Logitech True Force, in my honest opinion. Another feature is Gear Jolt, which gives a satisfying physical thump through the whole wheel every time you change gears. Many users say once you try it, you just don't turn it off. I think it's going to divide opinion because it's not super realistic, but I think it is actually quite satisfying to use. Now, the main part of the package, the wheelbase, is where the technology lives, but it has pros and cons like I promised I'd tell you. The big win for console players is it does have a built-in screen to the base, which is different to the Fanatec and the Moser and the Logitech. This lets you change over 10 different force feedback settings when you're driving without having to pause the game and go into a different menu. Worth saying that Fanatec wheels can have a screen in them, so you can do it on the screen in the wheel. But the main downside for a lot of people on the T598X is the shape of the base. It's very tall but thin. So if you use a desk, it's not a problem. But if you have a racing rig, its height might block the bottom of your TV or monitor. So you might have to plan your setup a bit around the wheel, which you don't normally need to do with other wheelbases. Certainly not the Moser R3. Some users have also reported a couple of things to watch for. The base can get quite warm after playing for a while, which Thrustmaster kind of say is normal as the metal case it's designed to cool it. But more importantly, and I'm telling you this honestly, a few people have said that the power plugs on the back can feel a bit loose, and sometimes there can be issues with the power adapter. Now, for subscribers of this channel, if you do have that issue with the T598 or T598X, please do message Thrustmaster and say you're subscribed to this channel, because hopefully they can help you out. Now for the steering wheel that comes in the box. To be honest, this is where Thrustmaster have started to save money, it seems, to keep the price down. It is a good size and it is lightweight, which does help you feel more detail on not the most powerful base. The magnetic gear shifts on the back also feel great, very snappy and precise. However, the wheel itself is made of plastic and does feel very toy-like. It's perfectly functional, but you'll probably want to upgrade it to one of Thrustmaster's better wheels in the future. For example, like this Ferrari SF1000 replica wheel, which is pretty cool. Finally, we have the pedals. The two pedals included are decent for a starter set. They're made of metal and use good sensors for accuracy. The issue, and it's the biggest issue for the whole package probably, is the brake pedal. For serious racing, you want a special type of brake called a load cell, which measures pressure, not distance, making you much more consistent. Thrustmaster has promised a load cell upgrade for these Raceline pedals for a long time, but as of August 2025, it's still not available to buy. So this is a big risk if you want the best possible performance. Like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. For an Xbox user, your decision really comes down to a few key comparisons. First, let's compare it with the Fanatec CSL DD. This is the main battle. The T598X should feel more dramatic and exciting with stronger kicks and vibrations because of that overshoot. The Fanatec should feel more smoother and cleaner, which some racers might call more realistic. In terms of power, the T598X has stronger peak forces outside of the box, but Fanatec's biggest advantage is its ecosystem. It has a clear and available upgrade path to more power. For example, you can get another Fanatec base with a boost kit and go up to 8 Nm and beyond. You can also buy a load cell brake pedal for it right now. Next, compared to the Logitech G923, this is not a super close competition. The T598X is a massive upgrade in pretty much every single way, although I do rate the default pedals on the G923. The direct drive technology of the T598 is incredibly smooth and powerful compared to Logitech's noisy, more clunky gear system. If you currently own a Logitech wheel, the difference should feel night and day. Lastly, a quick word on Moser. They make excellent sim racing gear, but mainly for PC. Getting it to work on Xbox properly can be tricky and usually require special adapters that don't always work perfectly. However, not a lot of people know about the incredible Moser R3 wheelbase, which packs a punch of about 3.9 Nm, so slightly less than the T598X, but has an incredible form factor and should hopefully open up to Moser's ecosystem of rims in the future, and you can also use quite good pedals on this as well. And by the way, if you want to buy any sim racing equipment and get it at the best possible price, go check out simracingdiscounts.com. That's my website where I put all the best discounts I can find. If you find anything better, then let me know. So let's put it together. The T598X has a new exciting force feedback feel for Xbox, fantastic power for the price, and offers great value right out the box. However, its base has a strange shape, the included wheel does feel a bit cheap, and the essential for a lot of people load cell brake pedal is still missing in action. So who is this wheel for? You should buy the Thrustmaster T598X if you're an Xbox player upgrading from a basic, used, battered Logitech or older Thrustmaster wheel. The improvement will be huge. If your budget is around $500 and you want the most power and features you can get for your money right now. If you like exciting, lively feel with stronger force feedback and cool vibration effects, this could be the wheel for you. You should consider the Fanatec CSL DD and maybe some of the other Fanatec bases as well instead, if you see this as a longer term investment into sim racing and a clearer available upgrade path is more important to you. For example, load cell pedals and nicer rims. You'll want a load cell brake today and you're not willing to wait for Thrustmaster, you should probably get the Fanatec. If you want to save the most money but still get into direct drive and you want to be part of the exciting Moser ecosystem, definitely look into the Moser R3. Like, I can tell you, this wheel doesn't feel underpowered for most games on console, especially if you're doing open world games like Forza Horizon or the Crew Motorfest. So by imminently bringing the Thrustmaster T598X to Xbox, they have made an incredible piece of engineering available for a good price. It's going to bring a truly next generation feel to the Xbox market and offer a fantastic fun driving experience. It's also, most importantly I would say, going to create real competition on Xbox, which is always a big win for us, the customers. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think? What's actually important for you? Make sure to subscribe because I have some unreleased Xbox hardware to show you in the next video.